Wireless outdoor speakers that sound great? Let's check these out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out these. These are the ONFORU Outdoor Bluetooth Lantern Speakers, and they're pretty sweet. Let's just go straight to a music demo. Ready? Okay, now the speakers are facing you, so I'm gonna have them face me. And then let's crank this volume up a little bit. They get pretty loud. Turn that back down. In fact, let me turn it off for a second. So it's really important to know right off the bat that it's not a 360-degree speaker, that it is a directional speaker just on one side. But they also have built-in LED lighting, and that lighting you can see on the end here, the lighting is 360. So your best bet is to position them, for example, on the corners of your pool or your patio with the speakers facing where everyone's going to be sitting, and then set up the lights the way you want. Now, it's 20 LED lights, and it gives you 7 different colors, and all of this is controlled on the top. So here's a close-up so you can see, and basically it gives you 5 buttons. There's power on off, and if you just power them both up at the same time, they automatically pair and go into stereo mode, super easy. And then plus and minus give you volume up and volume down. And then there's a Bluetooth button if you need to pair. The initial time when you pull it out of the box, it will be ready to pair and easy to work with. And then finally, that 5th button is actually the light mode. And they say 7 modes. What I've found is that there are different colors. So here's white. It's a little hard to see because it's so bright out. And then I can step through and see different colors. So there's red and light green, darker green, light blue, purple, magenta, and then there's a white color, and then of course you could turn the light off entirely. Now, turning the light off will give you longer battery life, but honestly, where's the fun in that, right? So at night, it looks really cool. Here's a picture just so you can see what I'm talking about. The speakers themselves are 20-watt speakers with a 3-inch bass, a 1-inch tweeter, and a passive bass radiator. So they actually have surprisingly good sound. I will say they were better than I expected, and having them in stereo mode and having them on both sides of you, it's a very pleasant sound. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I was just listening to some classic jazz while I was enjoying my patio setup, and it worked really well. So, Bluetooth 5.0, so you have about 30 to 35 feet range between the speakers and your source device, so that gives you a lot of freedom to spread things around. And they have a 5200 milliamp battery each. And on the side, there's a little flap that you open up, and that gives you access to micro USB for charging. Little disappointed they used micro USB, not USB-C. So it goes. There's also a 3.5 millimeter AUX plug, so if you want, you can plug something in directly rather than having to worry about Bluetooth, whatever you prefer. When you have them fully charged, they'll give you up to 20 hours of playback time. Now, if you have them at maximum volume and you have the light show on the whole time, you're going to get less time. But if you turn off the lights or you leave the lights on but you drop the volume down, I found half volume was plenty enough to fill a backyard with very nice music. I was not hosting a rave at the time, so maybe that's important. But one good thing is if you stop giving them music, they will automatically turn off. But hopefully, yeah, they're still on, so that didn't happen yet. I think auto timeout takes about 5 or 10 minutes. And really, that's everything. They sound really good, surprisingly good. And they are IP54. So if they fall in the pool, you got a problem. But if you have them out and it starts raining and you bring in all the food and then go out and bring in the speakers, you're going to be fine. If there's a dust storm, they can handle that. But they can't handle heavy rain. They can't handle immersion in water. But honestly, that shouldn't be an issue unless you have flooding, in which case you have other issues than your speakers. So let's see. Size-wise, they are 10 inches tall by about 7 inches across along the top. And each one is 35 ounces. and they obviously have this little hook, so you can easily hang them from the rafters, from little like plant stands that you could get that actually could be freestanding on your lawn or on the edges of your deck or something. So lots of options. And again, stereo pairing, so you're going to hear different music out of the right and left speaker, which is actually a really fun experience. So not much else to talk about other than the price, but before we get to the price, I'm going to ask if you could subscribe to my channel. A click or a tap on that subscribe button, and we're connected. Super easy. Oh, and then turn on notifications to make sure you know about my new videos. I get lots of gear. I'm really honest with you about the pros and the cons. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and we're connected. Great. Now, these are the ONFORU Outdoor Bluetooth Lantern Speakers, and they are $106.99 for the pair at Amazon.com. So that's not per speaker, that's for both speakers. So get those, pair it with your phone, and you are ready to rock and roll. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and just carry us out of this particular video with this same music. So I'll hope to catch you in my next video.